Summer's approaching, and what's better than preparing for the hotter months than with a nice heated topic like who are the top 5 original Pokémon? What makes a Pokémon original is usually giving them something that other Pokémon don't have. Now that may seem simple, and there's quite a lot of them. For example, almost every legendary and mythical Pokémon have something unique to set them aside from the rest. But to really spice up this summer, we're gonna make this a branded hipster top 5. So get your fedoras and low-fat macchiatos out because we'll be talking about some of the Pokémon that are not the most popular, but are still remembered because of their differences or gimmicks that give them that feeling of originality and set them aside from other Pokémon. So let's jump into it and talk about the top 5 original Pokémon. Hope you enjoy. Number 5. Smeargle. Smeargle is one of my favorite normal-type Pokémon. Its gimmick is its ability to be a fantastic painter. Unfortunately, like most painters, it isn't super popular. However, because of its style, it's not a Pokémon we'd easily forget. What's original about Smeargle is its ability to learn its own exclusive move called Sketch. This lets it copy any move and keep it as its own, allowing it to learn any move. That made it pretty powerful in certain generations, despite its subpar stats. What I really like about this feature of Smeargle is that it separated this Pokémon from other normal types, and Pokémon in general, as this feature was entirely exclusive to Smeargle. This made Smeargle iconic for its originality, and let us focus on its persona of being an artsy Pokémon, rather than just being a normal type you'd remember because it was a legendary, or for being powerful. Game Freak put a lot of thought into making Smeargle's design and kit very fitting without going overboard to make it stand out, which is really important when you're creating a Pokémon for a type like normal that can come off as kind of plain if you don't spice it up. Number 4. Vanillite. Alright everyone, just calm down, let's back it up. I know this seems like a really weird pick when we're talking about original Pokémon, however, it really is. It's essentially the only Pokémon that's based on food. I mean, we all remember this Pokémon. Even the Gen 1ers, since I'm pretty sure every essay and comment on why Gen 1 is the only good generation has Vanillite mentioned and quoted with citations and examples as proof that Game Freak is getting lazy and not as good as they used to be. By the way, I completely disagree with that, but my point is that Vanillite is very memorable. It's different from everything else as it is a food Pokemon. Now that's kind of weird, I will admit that, however it is still original. There's no other Pokemon like it. No one else is food. I mean, sure you could turn Milk Tank into a hearty steak or make some scrambled eggs out of Execute with a little creme fraiche, but those Pokemon aren't based on already made food, like Vanillite is. I mean, it's a weird thing that makes it original, but that's why it stands out. Number 3. Unknown. Now I know I've said Unknown is one of the worst Gen 2 Pokemon, however it does a lot of things right in its own way. Simply put, it's a weak Pokemon that can only learn one move, so it's not the best for battling, but what it lacks in strength, it makes up for in originality. What other Pokemon do we try to catch 26 of just so we can catch its other 2 forms that really have no effect on its ability because it's just aesthetics? It was the first Pokemon to start this trend of different forms, and the fact that it's just the alphabet is pretty, original. I mean, it's weird, but it fits Unknown's mysterious persona. Unknown was 28 of a kind. It was unlike any other Pokemon, which pretty much makes it incomparable. I really like the mysterious feel to Unknown. It felt unknown because why would you put the alphabet with a giant eyeball into this game? What's the point? I don't know, but it's different. Sometimes people try too hard to be original, but it's that attitude of never giving up and just continuing to create that leads us to making great things. But sometimes you gotta make a few duds along the way. Number 2. Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a Pokemon that we have no confirmed idea of what it actually looks like, and that's because it's riding the coattails of how popular Pikachu is so it can get some love itself. But because of it wearing some Pikachu memorabilia, that itself becomes its look, and it's an interesting concept. With all the Pikachu clones, Mimikyu actually does something original by just straight up putting on a costume of Pikachu and pretending to be it. The whole idea of just copying another Pokemon is unoriginal, but Game Freak managed to make that original. And that's, like, twice as original? Is that how that works? I forget how to use math. Regardless, I think it's a really great design concept, and I'm happy to see Mimikyu come to fruition and get the love it deserves for just being itself. Underneath an old Pikachu cloth, at least. Number 1. Shedinja. I really like how this Pokemon was designed. It is super unique. From its ability to its HP to how you obtain it, this Pokemon is the whole package. Shedinja only has 1 HP, and that was completely mind-blowing to me as a kid. How would you even use a Pokemon with just 1 HP? Well, that's because it's coupled with its Wonder Guard ability, which lets it resist all damage from moves that are not super effective against it. That made it a pretty fun Pokemon to battle with, creating a sort of different style, allowing us to have some fun trying to use this particular strategy on a team. I know I had many attempts to try and figure out ways to use this guy, just because of how different it felt from battling with other Pokemon. It was just a fun little gimmicky Pokemon that wasn't super strong, but its design carried it to being a well-known Pokemon. And how you obtained it was unlike any other Pokemon. All you had to do was make sure to have a Pokeball in your bag, have an open slot on your roster of Pokemon, and then just evolve a Nincada, because when that little Nincada turned into a Ninjask, another really fun Pokemon to battle with, it would shed into a Shedinja. With so many bug Pokemon, Nincada found a way to shed itself from the crowd, having essentially 2 evolutions without that little awkward middle stage, and creating an angelic, memorable figure known as Shedinja. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I have to again keep saying sorry for my poor schedule, but I'm definitely working on getting us right on track to have many more good videos coming out. I mean, it's like 8 a.m. right now, and that sounds good, but that's because I've been up all night. So please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for those. I know it's a bit of a different topic, but I thought it'd be a fun one, so I hope you enjoyed. And thanks again. Until next time, keep on catching!